Hello Libra, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your yearly 2023 tarot reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. Remember, this reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you as always. So let's see what we have for you. What's going to happen, Libra, is as always I'm going to pull one card per month and look at the whole 12 months for you. And we'll pull out any threads that I see for you. So let's see what we have for Libra. Please, angel, spirits, guides. Starting with January for Libra. So Libra, we have the Hanged Man. February, we have the Five of Cups. March, Nine of Swords. Knight of Cups, April. Eight of Swords, May. The Tower, June. Six of Swords, July. Nine of Wands, August. The Hierophant, September. The Chariot, October. Six of Wands, November. Two cards of victory there. And we have the Three of Pentacles, and that's December here, Libra. Okay. So let's see what we have. So it does look like for January, this is an energy of surrender. This Hanged Man can be about somebody who surrenders, somebody who is still. Now, that sometimes comes here, Libra, when we need a bit of time just to see how things go, to see how things move forward, let things play out. And wait for that final enlightenment here, that light bulb moment where we can finally release from that Hanged Man, where we've got enough information that we need to make decisions and choices for ourselves. So this can be an energy of just waiting and seeing on things. That could be relationships, that could be in terms of health, that could be career, it could be other areas. It just feels like that it serves you well to just embrace stillness. This is somebody who actively surrenders. So the Hanged Man can be very good in terms of new perspectives, new illumination, looking at different perspectives, different viewpoints, that kind of energy as well. But it can be about that, even though the Hanged Man still, there's a lot of learning, a lot of knowledge, a lot of assessment, a lot of processing that's going on internally. So a lot of information gathering here. Now, the Hanged Man can also come up when we just feel a bit kind of stuck, when we feel things are still. So this can sometimes be epiphany moments. If you've been waiting on something or felt stuck for a period of time, this can sometimes be about getting enlightenment, getting even a new perspective on a situation that you wouldn't have had you not been still. So sometimes these are blessings in disguise, these Hanged Man energies, because it's the illumination that we get of adjacent possibilities that we wouldn't have seen had we not been in this perspective, had we not been in this state. So Hanged Man can be very profound for us. You know, I always talk about the Hanged Man, and the easiest example I can give is money, career, finances. So if there was changes in employment, for example, and, you know, you've been kind of like feeling that stillness for a period of time, the Hanged Man can be that epiphany that comes in, that where you see a new route that you wouldn't have considered had you not been still. But it's profound, and it's absolutely where Spirit is aligning you with. So this can be a great energy of, you know, even translating your skills and experience and translating them into a completely different industry, or even seeing a new avenue, even a new revenue avenue, a new career path. This can be quite a profound energy on that front. So that's what I'm seeing for you here, Libra. Sometimes it's about what it's all about what do you learn in Hanged Man, and being open to that, surrendering it. What does Spirit want to teach you? What does it want you to learn? What does it want you to see? So this can be about surrender and be open to the new. Really open your mind in this energy. So we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups can be a card of regret, looking back, mourning what's gone. It might well be somebody comes to you in February and tells you that they're regretful and that they're hoping that there's still a hope, that they can build bridges, mend fences with you. Because this can be a card of all is not lost here in the situation. Now that can be in terms of love, romance, relationships. It can be in friendships, with family, and so on and so forth. So certainly between these two energies here, Libra, this can be that feeling of sometimes seeing how it goes, just waiting, holding on judgment, seeing how something goes until you're really, really clear. So these can be those kind of energies here. Other messages with the Five of Cups, sometimes it can just be about where we regret doing something and we're still hopeful that we can make things right, So there could be an energy of that for some of you, or sometimes it can be linked with, oh, I regret doing that and I wish I hadn't done that. I feel that might have been a mistake. So can I rectify that? So this can be that kind of energy here. It can be linked with loss as well of some kind, but not all is lost. The message is that there's 3 cups that are spilt on the floor, but there are 2 cups that are full, but this person doesn't see it. So there is a real energy here between these 2 cards. If you're dealing with some kind of loss or regret in some way, this is about opening your mind here to all possibilities, because all is not lost in this situation and there's still opportunity here. All is not lost, and that's what you're being told from Spirit in those energies. The Nine of Swords, air energy, so it is your element, but it's when we overthink, when we're in overdrive with that air energy, when we overthink, when we over-obsess, when we over-dwell in a situation. Now there's reasons, because it's when we just can't predict what's going to happen. It's when we just don't know what's going to happen here. But we always have in this energy, you can see you're being protected, even though something might be causing you worry, or you might be dwelling on something in March. The message from Spirit is that you are being protected in this energy. Just try and keep that perspective. Again, going off the month before, all is not lost in this situation. There's absolutely opportunity, connections, positive energies around you. So just try and, if you feel like, you can't see the wood for the trees in March in some way, or you're over-dwelling on something, or something's causing you stress, worry, anxiety, this is always about trying and keep that mental perspective. It will serve you well, because you are being protected here, and that's what Spirit wants you to know in this energy. And we have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, male or female, this can be somebody offering you love. That could be new love. That could be with regard to this situation, somebody apologizing, wanting to make amends, wanting to heal rifts, and so on. So this could be all part of the energy here, Libra, not necessarily linked together. This can be somebody offering you love. It can even be new love. Now, the Knight of Cups can be love, romance. It can also be friendships, It can be linked with us bonding with somebody else, an offer, an invitation to start a new friendship even. So very good on that basis. It's always connected to our heart and soul, but yeah, it can link with, heartfelt gestures, apologies, peace offerings, and so on and so forth, all with a view to bring positive change. You might also be, it's interesting because this can also be an offer of support. It might well be, if someone sees you worried about a situation, it might well be somebody around you offers you support. And again, if you see somebody stressed out a little bit, because this could be you or somebody very closely connected to you in March here, Libra, you might offer somebody support. Now that could be heartfelt support, emotional support. It could be offers driven by support. So that could well be, if someone was stressing about money, for example, you might give them some money. It's the offer that's driven by love, support, encouragement, and so on and so forth. So the Knight of Cups can be offers on that basis as well. The other message that I'm getting with this here, Libra, is the Cups energy can be very creative. It can be where we come into our own, where we allow ourselves to express our creative energies. So this can be offers and opportunities for that. Creative industries, publishing, writing, arts, entertainment, media, culture, and so on and so forth. So there could well be some kind of offer or opportunity or invitation on that basis. Even things like, I always kind of joke with the Knight of Cups, an offer for amateur dramatics or something along those lines, because, it's that kind of energy where you can just express yourself, fully. That is the energy here with the Knight of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords can be not dissimilar to the Nine of Swords. Again, it can be where we overthink a little bit. You can see all those swords, and all of those swords can be thoughts in our head that keep us stuck. So this is the energy here of too many thoughts, too many things in your mind, too many options, too many avenues. I don't know which way to move. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward in this situation. So this is that kind of energy. Again, Libra, the message that I would give you in this energy is, because you are an air sign, this is about just allow yourself to take that step back in this situation and focus, because this can be quite an unfocused energy. So the Eight of Swords can be where we just need to focus, on the issue and give ourselves perspective and be an environment that allows us to get clarity, to get perspective in a situation if we're feeling a little bit trapped in our own head. Because the Eight of Swords isn't the reality of your situation practically. Clearly, we can choose whichever way we want to move forward here. But this is somebody whose mind is keeping them prisoner, and that can affect our real state. So this is just allow yourself to give yourself some space and time to get that perspective should you need to. Now, the other message that I have with this is you might have a situation here, Libra, where there's just a lot of plates spinning for you in May. So this is the energy also of just prioritize, just take things step by step, just allow yourself to be methodical, because it can be where you have a lot of things on the go, you have a lot of plates spinning, and it's then just kind of like you feel that the message that I want to say is when we do too much, when we want to get too much off the ground in too many areas of our lives, we can end up not doing anything. So just be careful of that kind of situation, because you might encounter that kind of thing that you want to do so many different things all at the same time, and this is the energy of it's not a very productive energy for you. You just don't actually feel that you move forward in any direction because it's lack of focus. So just be aware of that kind of thing in May. We have change. The Tower is a card of change. It can be an event, something happening that just brings change for you. It's, for me as a reader, this is about the releasing of the old in an area of your life or across your life. Now, this can be to do with property. For example, this could be if you rent a place, for example, it might well be that you decide to change, or changes that your landlord might be making. You just think, actually, it's time for positive change here. You might have to go and find a new place to live, for example, and so on and so forth. So this can be, that kind of like change that happens for you. Towers, because they can be property related, the Tower. Now, this can also be change of other kinds. We always look on towers as negative. They can represent change in any kind, but towers can also be about winning the lottery as well. So this is just change, major change, and it's all part of our evolution. And the best thing, because you can see this tower is a structure that's coming down because it almost looks like a prison. There are no doors. So the only way out is either to jump through the window or for that tower to come crumbling down. There's a sense of liberation and evolution. It's all part of your evolution and growth. So there is a feeling here, Libra, of the best advice to do with the Tower is just surrender and embrace that change. that is the energy of Tower moments, because it's always change that we look back in months or years to come and think, I realise why that had to happen so that I'm here right now on this path. So that's the energy with Tower moments. They're always divinely orchestrated. We have the Six of Swords here. So again, if there has been some kind of Tower moment, this can be a card of slowly but surely the worst is behind you and you're moving forward to better times if it was challenging. The Six of Swords is the worst is behind you and you move forward to better times. Now, the Six of Swords can be a card of healing. Now, this could be physical health. It can be in terms of even mental health for some of you. It can also be in terms of healing relationships. So the Six of Swords can be about the worst is behind you, and this can be a card of building bridges, mending fences. It's a process. You take it day by day, but you're heading in the right direction. I'm feeling very optimistic about it with the Six of Swords. Things are getting back on an even keel with the Six of Swords. It's harmonious. That's the energy here. Now, the other messages with the Six of Swords, it can be about, and I did talk about property, didn't I? It can be about moving from A to B, moving or relocating and being in the process of that transition. It's very positive with the Six of Swords. This can also be linked with travel. So some reason to travel this month. That could be, we are in holiday month, so there could well be some kind of tower that happened here. And then it might well be, okay, finally, that's the worst is behind me and I can finally, I'm going to go on holiday. I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to go and get my energy, mended and re-energize, that kind of energy. So that's what I'm getting here is for you. There could well be, it's a positive transition, positive change, the Six of Swords. So we move into August, the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, even with these energies here, these two are interlinked. The Nine of Wands can represent it's always darkest before the dawn. And actually, you're nearly at the end of a process that has been difficult. So again, this can be a card of something that has been challenging, the wounded warrior. You've been battling on in a particular direction. This feels like between these two cards, there's just a feeling of soon the worst is behind you and you start moving to better times. Because, the Nine of Wands can be a card of you've got one more thing to do, one more final thing to do. So certainly if it was money related or health related, or it can represent an area of your life where there's kind of like one more hurdle and actually change is closer than you realize. So it can be a card of persevering on a path here in August here, Libra, but you're nearly at the end of this situation. So actually change, it's actually one more step, one more thing, and then you're done. This can be anything in terms of, money, career, finances. It can be, you've got a final meeting and then, that's the end of the process and you can release from everything. This can be in terms of like health issues when there's one more thing to do and then you'll find at the end of the situation here. So again, whatever this Nine of Wands is for you, the message is don't give up. It's always darkest before the dawn, and actually the finish line is right ahead even though you don't see it. It's just one final hurdle and that is it. So that's the message with the Nine of Wands in August for you. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant, for me as a reader, it's about tradition. It's traditional paths. So this Hierophant can represent following in your footsteps of your family. You might be going to the college or university or that your family went to. You might be following in the occupation of your family. It's following the traditional lines, the traditional steps. This is that meaning for me as a reader. It can be about traditional institutions as well. So you might suddenly find faith. This can be a card of leaning on your faith or discovering faith. So there could well be some kind of higher power at work on that front for you here, Libra. This can also be about other areas, so family institutions being important for you, or educational institutions being significant for you this month. Similarly, can be in terms of love, romance, relationship, long-term committed relationships, marriage. This would be following the traditional route, deepening a relationship on the traditional sense. So that's the Hierophant really for me as a reader. But it's also a lovely energy here, Libra, with all of these energies about a higher power being at work and reminding you of that, because it does feel like this is somebody who may have some changes happening, not necessarily all bad actually, but there's change happening for you, and it's all part of a higher power at work for you. That's the energy that I'm getting quite strongly. So surrender and trust that, and lean on your faith when you need to. That would be the energy of the Hierophant. Because in October, the Chariot is about victory. It's a card of winning. It's a card of success. Now, this is over obstacles, over challenge, over difficulty. This is somebody who refused to give up. So again, following in the theme that I spoke about before, this is the victory because you refuse to give up. So a strong energy here of overcoming obstacles, challenges, difficulties, and claiming a success, claiming a win, claiming a victory here. That could be some kind of legal, even contractual thing here. Certainly if you've been competing for some kind of contract. This can represent overcoming health issues, overcoming difficulties in relationships, legal things. So it's a lovely energy, the Chariot of, yeah, the victory is yours in October. And we do have that side by side. You know, certainly October and November with the Six of Wands, there's just somebody who's like feeling empowered. You know, not only is the victory here, and it's a major arcana, the Six of Wands is a card of recognition and success and achievement and celebration, you know, because somebody is finally claiming a victory over the thing that challenged them. So it's a lovely energy on that front. So two cards of victory. So there's some significant victory for you across these 2 months here, Libra, October and November, and you feel very empowered. Also the 6 represents harmony and equilibrium again, so somebody who feels really, really empowered here. Now, the Chariot can also be linked with travel, so there could be some significant travel. Again, maybe carrying on the theme here, but you know, the Chariot, there may well be some reason to travel or some significant, important travel that you're making in October time. The Chariot, I talk a lot about the external. I'm now going to talk about the internal. This can also be you or someone close to you claiming an internal victory. Now, this is about moving forward and overcoming those roadblocks, overcoming those fear factors, overcoming those, all those little, you know, devil energy within us that tell us that we can't do it, that we can't move in a direction, that we shouldn't move in a direction, that, you know, it's overcoming the resistance, you know. So this is the Chariot energy of moving forward in a particular direction because, you know, you're overcoming your fears, doubts, insecurities. So there could well be some kind of internal movement that you're making as well, some internal journey that you've been making here, Libra, because this is an energy here of yes, we can overcome the issues. Yes, I am going to move forward in this direction. Yes, I am going to persevere and do this. So this is about us overcoming those energies that tell us we can't sometimes. So it can be a card of absolutely moving in a direction, and absolutely there's success linked to this. But it is, you might have had to overcome those inner fears, inner doubts, insecurities here as well on the path. So if I put that together for you here, Libra, the Chariot, internal, external, this is something that when you've been challenged, when there have been obstacles, roadblocks, you know, diversions, you've had to keep your eyes on the prize towards the end result. And part of that period, you might have had to fight with yourself. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep on being in the driving seat, and I'm not going to give up. Even though part of ourselves were like saying, are we going to win? I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe I should give up. Maybe I should take a break. Maybe I should just not try so hard anymore because it's not going to be, we're not going to get this result. All of those kind of little voices in our head that tell us that we can't. The Chariot is somebody who says, absolutely, I'm going to keep on doing it. So This is the energy here that you're experiencing, internal, external. The result is victory, success, triumph, which is deserved all the more. Yeah. And that does pan into the Six of Wands is a great energy. So the Six of Wands can be victory. And again, whatever life area this is. The other message is with the Six of Wands, when we're looking at the cards individually, this can be very good in terms of promotions. This can be a great card in terms of job opportunities, because it can be about winning. If you've been competing for something, this can be a card of winning, a card of success. Now, yes, this can be jobs, money, business, career, but it's not limited to that, Libra. This can be about prestige. So this can be about awards. This can be even in sports. This can be in a particular, expert field. It can be a card of getting recognition, and it could be prestigious recognition of some kind. So the Six of Wands can represent on that front too. But yeah, you just feel empowered. And this energy, I always kind of say, just bring it on, because I've overcome the issue, I've overcome the obstacle, I've overcome the challenge, I've won, and just bring it on because I'm feeling empowered. So that's the energy here, Libra. Now, again, if there is some kind of significant victory here, Libra, the Three of Pentacles says that there may well be some kind of negotiation. So the Three of Pentacles can be a card of compromise, negotiation. It could be monetary for some of you. And it can be about where you're coming to some kind of agreement in terms of agreeing an outcome here. So it feels very favourable for you if there is some kind of negotiation or compromise in a situation. So this could be linked to what's going on here. Not limited to that though. So the Three of Pentacles for me as a reader, you can see these people are building the foundations of a church, and they're all coming together and they've all got their own roles. And because everything is complementary, this is about everyone's on the same page towards that common goal. So there's a great feeling of unity and collaboration with this. So you could be collaborating with like-minded souls, individuals. You could be joining a new team. This is a great energy in terms of collaboration on a project. It can be money, career related, but it's not limited to that. This could be a project that, you're hands-on with, that you absolutely want to be involved with. It could be an initiative or a project that's close to your heart in some way. So this can be that kind of energy here of coming together towards a common cause. It's working. It's building the solid foundation for great success, this. And similarly, this can be about relationships. This can be about, coming together, and it might even be getting everybody on the same page. That could be with family, that could be with friends, that could be love. It could even be in terms of business, career. Everybody, because sometimes this appears when everybody wants to go off and do their own thing and nobody agrees on anything. There could be a situation here, Libra, where you have to be that glue. You have to bring everybody together and say, okay, we need some kind of solid consensus of how we're moving forward now constructively. So really positive energy on that front. And it can be about partnerships and business collaborations as well. The other message with the Three of Pentacles here, Libra, is, for me as a reader, it can be about things like property developing or doing up a home or property, or, adding, maybe an extension to your home or property in some way. So, or building a new one. You could be building a new home, So this can be, getting everybody together, working in harmony with each other. So this is that kind of energy. But it's always linked, for me as a reader, the Three of Pentacles, of this is the very beginnings of the success upon which, real success is built on. So always a lovely energy. So that's what I have for you, Libra, for 2023. So let's pull a final message. What do we have as a final message for Libra, please, for 2023? Final message for Libra. Yeah, I love that. We have light. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. And we have purity. Always trust the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. So there is a message here that the way forward, you know, really trust your heart in situations, you know, trust that kind of intuitive energy, but also sometimes we have to let our heart lead the way, you know, let our emotions lead the way in this situation too. So that's what I have for you, Libra, for 2023. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a lovely 2023 and I will see you next time.